let's get this show on the road, shall we? This is going to be the map Deadwing, and our two players are going to be Jinjiahu, who's going to be spawning as the blue Zerg over here at the bottom left-hand spawning location. He's actually the one who uploaded this replay. You look at his clan yehdawg. Dagu, such a cute little, look at that cute little meme. That's his clan. And his opponent today is going to be fallenTear, who's going to be spawning as the red Terran on the cross spawn. And he does not have a clan, so he's just going to be spawning as the plain Jane, good old red Terran. So it's going to be a PvT. It's going to be an interesting match. It's going to be both are going to be platinum players. I think North America server. So I've been recently grinding heavily, I mean very heavily, on North American ladder, and so far I went from being like rank 50 almost in the gold league that I got placed in, and I was able to grind yesterday all the way to rank 10, which is pretty good, I think. It was really nice, but that's only because I had a bonus pool of about like probably 1,000 points. So I'm still at like 600 points in my bonus pool, but it's going up. If we look at the builds though of Jinjiahu, he did go for a late pool, and that's gonna mean that fallenTear is gonna be safe for any early aggression. He is deciding to wall off the front of his base for now. Pretty standard build for a Terran. You usually wall off with the barracks and then go for a command center after that. And most of these builds with that go Econ with Terran usually go gasless, because there's really no need for the gas. If you see gas, normally it's an indicator that they're going to be going for some kind of tech, like some Banshee harass, or if not Banshee harass, maybe a quick Reaper, just to get some map awareness and do some little bit of aggression. But it doesn't seem like that's the case with fallenTear. He's going to be going for an orbital command right now, and hasn't fully walled off yet. I think he's just leaving it a little opening right there for this SCV to come through, and this SCV is going to be putting the command center down on the low ground, actually, which is, if you're a Terran, if you do this, Zerg can scout that pretty fast, and not even with an OV, just like with a Ling. So a lot of players tend to build it in the base and wall off on the front, just so that the Zerg player is kept in the dark. The Zerg doesn't really know, especially if they're Marines on the edges of the base that can deny Overlord scouting what the Terran player is doing. And if the Zerg can't get any scouts done on the Terran player, he really has no idea what's going to happen. He's got to anticipate maybe Banshees or something else. But Jinjiahu not going to be too worried that he doesn't have scout on his opponent at all. He's going to be going for a very quick, very quick third base. He's going to be going for his third expansion right now, while sending about 6 Lings across the map to get some scouting information done on fallenTear. fallenTear's command center are almost done, but it only looks like he's got 3 Marines. 3 Marines against 6 Lings should be fine, unless they get caught off guard and surrounded. In that case, he wouldn't be fine. But these 6 Lings coming into the natural expansion of fallenTear, are they going to be able to pick off this SCV before it's done finishing this command center? It's very, very close. The command center does go up, and that SCV does go down though, and the command center does lift off, so I guess it literally goes up. Anyways, these Lings gonna sit right here at the natural expansion. One's gonna be placed there by Jinjiahu just to be annoying and deny this command center from landing again. But it was on hold position, so it did move. It did move. fallenTear is just like, you know what? I'm just gonna land it right here. I'm not gonna be saturating it with anything anyways. So let me just put down some more barracks. He's getting 3-4 barracks off of 2 bases, and it doesn't really look like his natural expansion is that saturated. If we look at the income, he's got 23 harvesters to 19, and it doesn't seem like the Zerg has droned up very much. He's been working off of 1 gas. Hasn't gotten Ling speed though, I don't think. He has not gotten Ling speed. He hasn't even started Ling speed actually, and he's got, I think it was a late gas. He must have gotten a really late gas. He's working down these rocks right now. He's working to drone up. Third hatchery did pop right now, so he does have that down. fallenTear finally does take his natural expansion. He's going to be dropping mules like a boss and getting his income up and running. Let's look at the income tab one more time. Let's look at the income tab. He's got 880 to 780, so it doesn't look like Jinjiahu is fully saturated on these bases, and his economy's not going to be fully kicking in just yet. Double evil chambers coming down for Jinjiahu to get those upgrades. I'm not sure what tech he's going into just yet, just because he hasn't taken any gas. He's got 2 gases in his main, but if he's going for any higher tech, he needs to get the gases at his natural. If he wanted to go Muta-play, he'd need to get at least 4 gases, but it doesn't seem like he's going Muta. And also Roaches. I guess he could go Roaches, but he doesn't even have a Roach worn down. He's getting a Baneling Nest, though. So Baneling Nest does come down. He's still only working up two gases as of now. Spinecrawler is going to be produced, but these are a lot of Marines. He only has about how many Lings to deal with this? About 10 Lings to deal with this aggression. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hold this off. He might lose this expansion, but the Spinecrawler is close to finishing. If these Queens and Lings are marked correctly, they could be able to take out these Marines, but they are nicely tucked behind these minerals, so I don't think it's going to be enough from Jinjiahu to deny these Marines. All those Lings get melted away by the Marines' fire, and the Spinecrawler does finish, but it's out of range from all these Marines. 4 more Lings pop, 16 in more production. But will they make it in time before these Marines take down this 3rd expansion? That is the question. These Lings running in there. Ling speed does finish. Usually picking up these Marines. Also coming up from the behind of the minerals. Going to get that surround. These Marines doing a lot of damage against these Lings. But they are cleaned up. And the 3rd expansion is saved by Jinjiahu. So good. And then these Banelings just coming late to the party. Like, yo, man, I got a big booty. I couldn't run that fast. You gotta wait. But fallenTear, not waiting, still producing a bunch of Marines behind this. He is getting a tech lab and some reactors on these barracks. He is upon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 barracks. Doesn't look like he's going to be teching up the factory anytime soon, nor does it look like he's going to be taking his natural gas, any of his natural gases as of now. SCV going across the map. Does look like he's going to be putting down the 3rd command center though. So it does. Okay, so he's working off 7 barracks right now. And to be honest, I don't think you can produce off of 7 barracks off of 1 base sufficiently. I mean 2 bases sufficiently. I think off of 3 bases you'd be fine. But honestly, against a Zerg opponent like this, you wouldn't want to just be going full on Marines. It's like that quote from Tropic Thunder. You don't want to go full retard. You never go full retard. You never go full Marine against Zerg. I mean, Marine's good, but Baneling's even better. If the Baneling speed finishes, it's going to be bad news bears for fallenTear, especially if he doesn't get these splits. In Platinum level play, splits exist. Kind of rare. These Marines just kind of microing back, running away, not splitting them. Able to take out those Lings though, so that's nice. Just putting on some aggression against the Zerg opponent, but if we look back at the income tabs, 38-37, about tied up. These Zerg not able to just completely drone up as of now because the Terran player is definitely putting on a lot of pressure against him. 3rd base is about to finish for fallenTear. Pretty good spot for him. He hasn't gotten harassed at all. Oh, excuse me, I had to take a drink of water. He hasn't taken a gas at all. I mean, he hasn't been harassed at all, and he's putting down another barracks. So he's really investing in this barracks play. He doesn't even need. He's like, I don't even need medevacs. You know what are medevacs? Barracks are too good. You know, barracks are overrated. I mean, medevacs are overrated. People just don't pay enough attention to barracks racks units. Bioforce is what you need against Zerg. Screw tanks. Who needs AoE? I'm just gonna go and brute force my way with Marines because you know Marines pretty good. Baneling's still at the 3rd expansion of Jinjiahu. Needs to be with this army to deal with this Bioforce. Unless he can get a good surround with these Lings, they're not gonna really be able to do much. He's got +1 attack on them, but that's a pretty good against these Marines considering that they don't have any upgrades and they only have, they just have stim. So if they stim, don't have anything to heal them, and they stim, if he overstims these Marines, they're just gonna melt against these Lings and Banelings. They're gonna be pushing in here into the 3rd expansion. There's nothing here to defend this expansion against this Bioforce. Is gonna run straight in here, stim these Marines, gonna take out that Spinecrawler. He's going straight for the 3rd hatchery. Hatchery is going to go down, but in the meantime, these Lings do come in here into the 3rd base of fallenTear, able to take out a bunch of SCVs. About 10 workers killed for Jinjiahu, and then this command center is just kind of floating in there and just, you know, not able to do much. SCVs pulled off the line, trying to protect this 2nd expansion at the natural, but a lot of those SCVs going down. Baneling's getting some good connects, and the Bioforce isn't really able to be effective against the unit composition of Jinjiahu. Jinjiahu scanning in here, still trying to push in with these Marines, but as you know, there are no medivacs to heal them, so he's overstimmed about half this force right now. Just gonna be melt away to this queen. This queen trying to defend it, but these lings, I mean, these drones need to get pulled off the line, or otherwise they're just gonna get melted by this bioforce. Lings just all got cleaned up at the base of fallenTear. fallenTear doing a lot of damage though against Jinjiahu, able to even it up in terms of how many workers were killed. So it's a fairly even trade, considering the fact that fallenTear's command center is floating in midair on fire. So you need to put that out, extinguish that fire, fallenTear. If he lands that and drops some mules, I think he'll be in a good spot. He's gonna be able to land his natural. Okay, or he's gonna float his orbital away and pull it back just for funsies. Banelings do have Baneling speed though, and 11 mutas are coming out from Jinjiahu. So he was able to tech up to Aspire, but he's only working off three gases right now. Not even fully working off of this one right here. He needs to, come on, man. Get 3 drones in that gas. There you go. You got it, man. He's got +1/+1 upgrades. Terran has +0/+0 upgrades, which is not a good upgrade count. If you ask me, nothing is not a good upgrade count. But he does have that bioforce. He's got that production line going. He's got how many buildings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 racks. He's got 9 racks to produce off of. So if he wants Marines, he's got Marines, man. He's got Marines. He doesn't need gas. He doesn't take gas on anything. He's only got gas at the natural, just for upgrades and for these Marauders. But these Lings coming in for a run by, if they get into the main base, that's going to be a very bad position for fallenTear, especially if they take out some production buildings. They're able to get into the third base too. Gonna get some Baneling hits on those SCVs. These Lings coming in here. Oh, fallenTear pulling these SCVs to try and fight, but that's not the right way you want to micro your SCVs. You want to pull past them and surround, or at least mineral walk, but he wasn't doing either. And Jinjiahu was able to pick off a lot of SCVs right there. 35 workers killed for Jinjiahu, but these mutas do come into the base and do work at the main, taking out a lot of this production facilities, taking out the reactors and the tech labs, so that fallenTear couldn't remax and not remax, just produce an army to deal with this the force of Jinjiahu. Jinjiahu not really producing very much at home, still trying to get this third base up and get it saturated so he can get his economy up and running. But good position for Jinjiahu to be in. He's got almost double the income of his opponent right now, who's still only working off of barracks and getting his +1/+1 upgrade just now, +2 upgrade for Ling attack, melee attack coming out for Jinjiahu, while he is getting his 4th base. So I think if I were Jinjiahu and I was in this position, he's in a very good position. I mean, he could either off of the bases he has right now, instead of just focusing on saturating it, just get the unit composition up. Get the Lings, get the Banelings, get the Mutacomp up right now, because he is floating about 1,000 minerals and 1,000 gas. He could just do that and then go straight for the kill, considering, once again, there are no medevacs to heal this army. So if you got a good surround on that, that would be great for him. He's going to be going for the main again with these mutas to do some harass. There are only these 4 Marines in here, and let me tell you, these Marines are just going to die straight to those mutas. The Marines and the forces of fallenTear coming into the base of Jinjiahu. They're going to get surrounded by these Lings. These Banelings come in, no splits, but all those Marauders take the Baneling hits, so that was a very good trade for fallenTear. Nothing really took out those Marines, who are just going to be coming in here and overstimming again. He's already at half health on all these Marines, and coming straight for the 3rd expansion. Jinjiahu needs to move these drones, though. Doesn't want to lose those drones, considering he just lost his 3rd expansion. The mutas are in the main base of fallenTear, though, and they're going to be going for this command center. They're going to be going for the production facilities of fallenTear, so this is a bad position for him to be in. He's got to do damage with this force that's basically dead, considering he doesn't have medevacs to heal it. And these mutas, though, Jinjiahu going to be ignoring it because he knows those Marines are basically dead. That bioforce is not going to be able to do much. These missile turrets in the back, not going to be able to cover all these mutas, though. These mutas getting good hits on the SCV line. He's going to be able to do a lot of harass, but back to the natural expansion. fallenTear is moving in, taking out a lot of workers. 54 workers killed by fallenTear. And these Banelings coming in, getting good detonates on this army finally. But could not clean up all of fallenTear's forces. Ugh. I got something stuck in my throat. Ugh. And Jinjiahu, if we look at his supply at 70/70s, yeah, if you look at the income, though, it's 22 workers to 18. So he does have the lead against his Terran opponent, who again is only working off of barracks, doesn't even have a command center in his main anymore, and it's going to be muling up on this natural expansion, just trying to desperately get some kind of income. But he does have a lot more income compared to his Zerg opponent, who's completely mined out in his main, and needs to send those drones over to his natural to saturate that. I mean, there's some drones mining over here, and these mutas coming in going to be able to take out these marines. These marines all dead, so there's nothing here to shoot up for this army of fallenTear. These marauders just going to be waddling in, stimming again, but these mutas are going to be able to pick them off and clean it up. But if you see across the map, a bunch of marines still streaming it for fallenTear. It's 88 supply to 76, but if you look at the unit supply, it's 53 to 58, so it's fairly even right now. All it depends on is if Jinjiahu can get this Mutaball to a very, very scary size. And right now he's got about 17. If you can get to like 20 something or higher, that's going to be very, very hard to break. You're basically done at that point, unless you can get some good engagements against those mutas. But it doesn't seem like that's going to happen. That entire force getting cleaned up by Jinjiahu. I would say he should just go in for the kill right now. There's really nothing fallenTear has except for marines, and Jinjiahu's unit composition is just perfect to deal with that right now. He's got banelings, he's got lings, he's got his big Mutaball force that's going straight for the main of fallenTear. fallenTear only making finally making a factory, there you go. But all those marines at the front going down, these lings and banelings going straight for the SCVs. Bioforce coming in here though, and these mutas, see how many marines there are. He pulls right out because he doesn't want those mutas to melt. It's going to be seeing this fourth expansion of fallenTear and moving straight into the main of fallenTear 2, and it's going to be trying to pick off some production facilities. Going to go for the supply line so that fallenTear is supply block. fallenTear not going to be dealing with the harassment that's going on to his main. These mutas going to be able to clean up these marines really, very, very easily. Actually, I don't know why he decided to pull out. This Bioforce coming to the side of Jinjiahu, going to try and do some damage again. fallenTear not going to be able to produce behind this because he is supply blocked. These mutas coming into the fourth expansion, seeing that there are turrets and pulling back right away. fallenTear stimming again, half stim marines, half stim marauders coming into the main. The fourth base of Jinjiahu, going to be trying to pick off this queen, but these drones coming into the fight, muta flying over, and all those lings do go down. It's a scary bioforce because they were tucked right in that mineral line. Going to stim again. All these marines are basically dead, and they're going to go straight for this hatchery. Hatchery does go down, so it's going to be a good position for fallenTear to be in. He's able to deny these expansions fairly easily. Muta's coming in, going to be able to clean up this Bioforce, but once again, the supply line was damaged by fallenTear, so he wasn't able to produce behind this. He's got some bio coming out, but he wouldn't have the count that he would have if he was able to produce and not be supply blocked. The third line of his third base is not really saturated. It's 12 harvesters to 16. Zerg player doesn't really want to be in that position. You want to be up in drones. He's producing drones right now, and he's going to be getting that third hatch. Where's that hatch? He's producing a hatch somewhere. Oh, he's produced a hatch over here, so he got a little ninja hatch going on. Muta's coming in here, taking out those turrets, taking out some SCVs, getting that damage done, getting that right amount of harass. You just want to keep the pressure on this turn opponent, considering the fact that he doesn't really have much. Just starve him. Starve him. You got to do that as a Zerg opponent. Starve that guy. He's got some banelings and lings sitting over here on the right side. More units coming down from fallenTear again. It's just like this is like a pattern. It's just let you come here, take out my fourth. I'll rebuild it, send my mutas over to your base, kill your expansions, and then we'll just keep trading. It's like tag almost. This is a fun game. It's very, very, very technical in the sense that it's like an assembly line of base trading. Just Muta's coming in here to the main, going straight for the production facilities again of fallenTear. fallenTear needs to deal with this, otherwise he won't be able to keep up with his Zerg opponent. Going straight for the third again, but there wasn't anything mining there anyway, so it's not like he's going to be taking out much. 16 lings are being produced, while these mutas are just going to town in the base of fallenTear, taking out all the supply line of fallenTear and going straight for the production. He needs to just stop flying him over these marines, though. He needs to actually kill something. He's going to stand over here right next to this natural expansion. Going to take it out with those mutas, but over here at the oh my god, he didn't micro those drones away. Didn't micro those drones. 89 workers killed by fallenTear. That's basically the amount of drones you want to make in one game. and more. So that's not a good position for Jinjiahu to be in, especially considering the fact he's got 7 harvesters, man. And he's got 16 minerals and a lot of gas. He's just making a lot of lings, and they're all just melting away with his bioforce. So he's got some good baneling detonations, but these mutas just doing work at the base. fallenTear, this is good. This is actually what he should have been doing from the first place. He just left his mutas over here and kept his Terran opponent distracted, so that even if he decided to pull across the map with his bioforce, if he doesn't defend his base, it's basically just going to go down to these mutas. The only mining base is the 4th of fallenTear right here, but his mutas can just go to town on this command center, or just take out these missile turrets or these SCVs. But the muta count's not high enough to really deal with these SCVs healing this or repairing these missile turret towers. So he needs to micro these mutas a little bit better. Wants to at least take out the SCVs and then go straight for the turrets, or not just float them around in the range of the turrets and you get them, have them go down. Some Marines stimming in here trying to deal with his mutas, but these lings coming here with these banelings, not really good splits coming out of fallenTear. So these banelings do get some good detonations. A lot of mutas do go down to the missile turrets, but all the SCVs are cleaned up. He's going to be able to take out this 4th expansion. He's going to have to, fallenTear's going to have to lift off and run out of here. He doesn't really have many minerals, and he doesn't seem like he has anything mining. He's literally got 0 workers and 0 income. So he's got only these 5 or 6 units right here, and he can't produce anything else. He's got a couple more. They're just running around the base, and he's making at least 1 more. But he doesn't have anything else. He doesn't even have an orbital command. Oh, he does. So he can drop a mule. Hero mule right here. He's gonna be able to save his ass. Go fallenTear. You go. But it does seem like Jinjiahu. Oh, his name is Jinjiahu. Sorry, I've been calling him Jinjiahu. Forgive me, Jinjiahu. I've been mispronouncing your name the entire game. So if you watch this game and you're cringing the entire time, forgive me. My shameful display. Okay, fallenTear. Still doing work with these mutas. Not going to be able to produce any more mutas after this, considering the fact that his economy is not doing too well either. He's going to be making drones. These mutas. He got a micro that hurt muta back. There's nothing here to shoot up, really, and he doesn't have any money to make any Marines. He's going to be going straight for a Marauder. I don't know if that's the right decision right there. Why are you producing a Marauder, man? 1 SCV here. 1 SCV. Oh, muta going down. Don't fly him over those Marines. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. 1 lone Marauder going in here on a hero mission. It's like, I'll take all you drones on. These drones picking at him. Going to be able to pick him off. 1 more hit. Oh, 1 more hit. He's going to die. Good micro coming out of fallenTear, but nothing over here at the base. Is natural expansion protecting that lone SCV, which is the only SCV that's mining for him. So he actually doesn't have any. Oh, he does have 1 SCV. There you go. There you go. He's got that SCV. He's got that mule mining still. So this is just both players in a very bad position. Jinjiahu in a better position considering the fact that he's got a somewhat mining base going on. He's droning up behind this. Got that queen there to get those injects. These marauders going across the map. Gonna try to do some damage. He's two mutas picking off that last SCV. Good job for Jinjiahu. He's able to get that at least. But he's got to worry about these marauders coming around and going for something. He doesn't know about this expansion over here, so he's not like he's going to pick off any kind of mining base. Comes in here, doesn't see the 3rds mate. He's going to think he's in the good position. Thinks that maybe the Zerg just ran out of money. But fallenTear is going to be dropping more mules. Each mule counts for about 130 minerals, and so he's going to be able to get these workers up. So Jinjiahu making 14 lings right now. I think he just needs to go for the kill. He's got the production, he's got the income way higher, 18 harvesters to 2, so might as well just push in right now and kill it. Go for the throat, which he does. He gets these lings into the base of fallenTear. fallenTear doesn't have anything to deal with this. Nothing else being produced. He's got 5 Marines in production right now, but it's not here to deal with this force of Jinjiahu. Jinjiahu is going to be going at this last remaining orbital command of fallenTear. fallenTear needs to repair this, otherwise it is going to go down and he's going to have no building to make an SCV or build another command center. These Marines coming in here going to be able to repel these mutas, but there's nothing to repair this orbital command. He's going to be dropping a mule. He does have some minerals. He needs to repair this. Just repair this, man. Use the mule to repair it. Come on. Do you need to do that? You need to repair the building. Okay, this is making me so anxious. He needs to repair the building. He's getting 1 SCV right now. But if these mutas fly in and take it out, that's going to be it for fallenTear. fallenTear needs to be here with these Marines to protect this command center from these mutas, though. These mutas going to work against this command center, but that good SCV gonna be healing that. But fallenTear is gonna be running out of minerals very, very quickly, very fast. Ling's streaming across the map from Jinjiahu coming in here. Needs to come into the base. Come on. Jinjiahu, I think Jinjiahu is just being a little bit timid. Needs to just push in, because honestly, he can bust this right now. Break into the base of fallenTear, just end this. End it. It's going to be coming here for a bust. Those Banelings not getting any detonations out. There you go. Breaks the door. These Marines running away, trying to micro against these Lings. These Lings going to be able to come up, catch up with these Marines, and take them out. But that's GG for fallenTear. He's got nothing left. Nothing being produced at the moment. And GG's call from both sides. Jinjiahu takes the game after a long trade between both players on Deadwing for the past, I don't know, like 20 minutes, a 35-minute game. So both players were just trading the entire time, going back and forth. That was pretty entertaining map. That's also, again, this is a platinum game. You can definitely tell from the build order that it's a platinum game. fallenTear just went straight for Rax. Rax not too good if you don't have any medevacs to help him out. So to be honest, Jinjiahu could have dealt with this much more efficiently, if you ask me, with good Baneling connects, and also these mutas. If you got the muta count up to the right number, there's really nothing in that Bioforce that could really deal with it, especially if there's Banelings and Lings coming straight at that Bioforce with mutas coming at them too. If they don't have medevacs to heal them, that Bioforce would just melt. And that's basically what it did. Every time the Bioforce came across the map to attack Jinjiahu's expansions, it would overstim, and by the time he stimmed twice, all his Marines would be dead. And basically, then after that, these Lings would just be produced by Jinjiahu, and Jinjiahu would just roll in, basically just poke the Marines because they all just had red health and they'd all die. But that happened a bunch of times. Then both players lost a lot in economy. If we look at how many workers were killed, 92 workers were killed by fallenTear. And that's because both players did neglect to micro their workers when they were being harassed. If I could recommend make some suggestions for both players, Jinjiahu and fallenTear, if you are watching this replay, it would be to micro your units a little bit better, especially at your expansions. You can make hotkeys to make camera points for your natural, your main, and also your third expansion. You can make up to 4, I believe, and it makes switching in between those places a lot easier. Also, if you push spacebar when you get a notification that something's happening at one of the bases, it can also take you to where the action's happening in a split second. So, and then you can micro your workers away. When you micro your workers away, click a mineral patch like this. Don't just tell them to walk away, because then they'll get stuck behind Lings and they'll try and fight Lings. Other way around, drones. If you got a bunch of drones and a bunch of Marines are walking straight into your mineral line, don't leave them there. You gotta click a mineral patch somewhere in your main or in your third expansion or somewhere else, and then just get them out of there. Because 92 workers killed and 78, that's a lot. There's a reason why both players just did not have any harvesters. I mean, by the end of the game, Jinjiahu had 19, so that's why he was in a better position. That's why he was able to produce his Lings and end the game. GG coming out of both players. GG to both players. This is yehdawg. I really enjoyed this game. I'm gonna be posting this on CastIt for Jinjiahu, who posted the game. I hope you like this video, and if you do like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also, I'll be casting more games on my Twitch channel too, so you can see me at twitch.tv/yehdawg. If you enjoyed this cast, please follow me on Twitter, and catch my YouTube channel too, because I'll be uploading all these casts onto YouTube as well. Everyone who's watching, hello everybody. You got CPK, you got Zukaman up in here. How's everything going? This is a very long game, I know, Zukaman. It's a very, very long game, but I'm gonna stop recording right here. This is yehdawg, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.